Sari Cohen with Hollywood First Look, and we are at the Los Angeles premiere for the film Lansky, starring Academy Award nominee and legendary actor Harvey Keitel. Get ready to take a first look.
Mr. Lansky, is there such a thing as organized crime?
I have no knowledge on the subject.
Mr. Lansky, it's a pleasure.
Why does David Stone want to write a book about me?
Maybe I like stories about complicated people.
Anything I choose to tell you is off the record till I give you permission to put it in the book. Any conversations you have about me, I want to know. Betray me, and there will be consequences.
Well, Meyer Lansky, he was one of the most famous gangsters in history for a reason. Aside from being, he was a criminal, but at the same time he was a genius in mathematics, and he was a great businessman, and he took crime and turned it into a business. He started the National Crime Syndicate, which was one of the largest criminal organizations in the world. So he was a very unique character because he always threaded the line between good and evil, black and white, on that thin gray line, and it's just, you know, compelling character. And the movie itself is about morality and an old man, you know, dealing with his morality towards the ends of his life, and a reporter learning about life through him. So, and my father interviewed Meyer Lansky before he died. So it's based, the reporter in the movie is based on my father's interviews with Meyer Lansky just before he died. So it was also a personal movie between, you know, having my father involved in it. And yeah, it was a great experience.
When you took on this role, how did you model it? Did you model it knowing you were playing a younger Harvey Keitel or after Lansky himself?
So, you know, as a Jewish person, Jewish and Italian, Meyer Lansky was always sort of a bit of mythology for young men who I grew up with. And back then, we didn't quite understand the complexity of him, but we knew he was very successful. I don't think anyone realized how evil he really was, because he actually was a pretty bad guy. So it was really exciting to be able to take on this iconic and larger-than-life persona. And then to hear that Harvey was going to be playing the older version was even more exciting, but very daunting. So when I was coming into it, they had already shot. You know, they did Harvey's stuff first, and I kind of came in and batted cleanup.
You read the script, you find out you're starring in a movie opposite Harvey Keitel. What's your reaction?
I'm all in. Thank you very much. I can die now.
It was an incredible movie, and Meyer Lansky.
Yeah, what an amazing story. Meyer Lansky's story is, it's definitely an American story, and you know, and to be in a genre piece like this was exciting for me. You know, it's my first gangster film. I hope it's not my last, but and to work with an icon like Harvey Keitel, I've long been a fan of, was really terrific for me.
So congratulations on the film and your role. I mean, what is it like playing an FBI agent in this?
Different. I usually play the bad guy. No, it's great. I mean, I love the genre and I love these kind of movies, but I wanted something different. I didn't want to do the same kind of role all the time. So, you know, when I found out that they want me to play the FBI agent, I was like, yes, I'm in, do it. So it was exciting, yeah. I mean, not much charisma to an FBI agent in this one, but more mechanical, but I loved it.
I really wanted to do something special and different with the character.
So how did you even begin to dive into that?
Piece by piece. You know, I looked at who he was as a man, which is, I think, oftentimes portrayed maybe a little differently than the truth. And then I really looked at the other performances, and I took what I liked, and I saw what was missing, and then you sprinkled that on top of you, and some late nights and a lot of thinking, and you just kind of hope it works.
It is such a great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
So I have to tell you, I'm Jewish, grew up in New York. My grandmother grew up on Atkins Avenue in East New York, and when I told her that I was doing a premiere tonight with you about Meyer Lansky, she came with all these stories. What does it mean for you?
I grew up in Brooklyn as well. You know that.
Yes. What did it mean to you personally to do this?
Well, I am a child of immigrants. So for me, it's a story. Everyone's going to make their own relationship with the story, because Meyer's story belongs to millions of people, and his influence on the culture was monumental. So I recognize the journey he made as an immigrant through my parents, through myself, as a child of immigrants. And there's a lot to relate to about what one has to do to grow up in America.
There were so many words of wisdom, as my grandfather would say, that you delivered in this film. Did you have a favorite, some kind of moral that you delivered in this? Something that really stuck out to you, one of your
I
lines.
can only say it to you over a drink.
I will take you up on that. Let's go.
And that's a wrap here at the Los Angeles premiere of Lansky. I'm Sari Cohen, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look.
Let your emotions dictate your actions.
I'm an angel with a dirty face.
Is that what you tell yourself so you can sleep at night?
I don't have to tell myself anything when I go to sleep at night. It's the way we live. It's business.